What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another episode of the Just Chillin podcast call-in show. So members, if there's members in here that want to call in, the link is already available to you guys via community notes. We already got 3 of them in here, Mike Nixon, Joe Yato, and Logan's Giants Zone. It is officially the last Just Chillin podcast episode before the draft, and we got Ash Money just popped in the queue as well. So, I mean, we just here to talk draft. We just here to see what you guys finally think. I mean, to be honest, I thought there was going to be a bit more rumor talk, but other than the rumors that came out on Monday with the from Peter King, that's literally been it. So, I mean, that's actually kind of a positive thing. It means we don't have to sift through what's true and what's not, you know. But it's been relatively a quiet draft week. And I don't want to jinx it because we're only 2 days into draft week. But with all that being said, shout out to everybody in here. Joseph Balby, Football Talk with Benny, Logan's Giants Zone, Jaden the Champ, Savio, Joe Gatto, Juan, Joseph Balby, David A.V., Toast, PJ. We got David A.V., I already said that. Lestat Walton, making sure I'm not repeating anybody. Edward Chan, Nick, Tommy O.C. What up, everybody? All that being said, let's get the first guest on. It is Mike. What up, Mike? How you doing? Shout out to Max in here as well.
What's up, broski?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. And
Nick's lost,
I am now.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? Nine's not bad, you know?
9 is just fine.
And you know what? We'll have another 9-game winning streak.
What, starting on our very next game?
Yep.
Close out the season?
Yep. Even though there's 10 games left, I'll say we go on the 8-9 game winning streak.
Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. And shout out to Toast. Toast, thank you. Longtime supporter of the channel, becoming a member, and he got a My Hero Academia profile picture as well. Thank you, my man.
And I have officially shifted to Micah Parsons in the first round.
I thought you shifted a while ago. Weren't you, for like the past week or so, pretty sweet on Parsons in the first round?
Yeah, I've been tied. 1A being Parsons, 1B being Waddle.
But okay, now it's just officially 1, no A or B, Parsons.
Yeah, with Waddle being 2.
Okay, what made you make the shift?
Because I think we need to finish up the defense before we can worry about receiver or just pretty much that. Get an edge and then some O-line help before we get a receiver.
Where do you think Parsons slides in? What about him makes you say he finishes the defense?
I just like it. He can play linebacker. He can play on the edge at times. And
Toast got a Parsons jersey as well.
And like honestly, his coverage can be improved. And Penn State really never asked him to cover like that. He was always a guy that was getting to the quarterback off blitz or scheme. Now, I mean, his coverage definitely isn't the best, but he definitely can improve. And I think he's decent in zone coverage.
So you think he could be operating just fine across from Lorenzo Carter as the other outside linebacker?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. A lot of it, like I said, I'm not even concerned about the coverage that much as I am concerned about, I want to know how consistent he's going to be getting to the quarterback off the edge.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna do it all the time, but in certain, I'll say probably third down, he'll probably go to the edge.
So where do you see
Oh,
him? Where do you see him lining up in this defense then?
outside linebacker.
Okay, but he's gonna be pass rushing mostly on third downs, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So if we take
but
Parsons
I
in the
mean,
first, who do you want in the second?
second round, either a O line, which a tackle, or a guard, or an edge.
That's a lot of choices. Can you give me some names?
Like Liam Eichenberg, or maybe Jalen Phillips if he's there.
Even if we took Parsons in the
Maybe,
first?
yeah.
So if we took
Because
Parsons in
then,
the first and then we take Phillips in the second, who's getting put to the bench?
well, Jalen isn't every down edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if we don't get him on third down, we can use Parsons as an edge rusher, and if we do get him, just play Parsons at linebacker.
Oh, you
You
mean like
know
middle
what?
linebacker?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I could see it. It wouldn't be my favorite combination of first two picks, Parsons and then, Phillips in the second. If that's the case, would you go with somebody like Cleveland in the third then? Or would you go with wide receiver in the third?
Probably Cleveland,
Okay.
because truthfully, I think we can get to Moriarty in the fourth.
While I don't necessarily disagree with that, at that point, how much better is Tamori Terry than Darius Slayton? Like, is he even going to be an upgrade?
May, maybe not,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean we can still use him
Mm-hmm.
because I believe Shepard's gone next year.
I agree with you. That's why I want to take a wide receiver no matter what, just for the sake of depth for the following
Yeah.
years. I do agree with you there.
Hmm.
But it's just at the same time, while I want depth, I want somebody that could legitimately be one of the three starting guys this year. It doesn't have to be the number
Hmm.
one guy, but I want them to
Hmm.
be at least on par with Slayton.
I mean, for all I know, to, because this is literally a day by day thing.
Hmm.
Like today, I'm all Parsons. Tomorrow, I may be all Waddle.
Hmm.
So I, it's just tough because I I love Waddle. I love Parsons,
Hmm.
and I mean, even if we don't go him and we go Smith, I'll still be happy.
Okay. Real quick, let me
Yeah.
answer this question from Benny. He says, "How much film do I recommend you watch per player?" Well, it's gonna vary per person because you're not even gonna find film on anybody. The easiest way to find film, unless you go into like to pay for it, is go on YouTube, look up the player's name, and then type in verses, and usually you'd get some videos. Watch as much as you can. It's very rare, even on like the most popular prospects, that you're gonna get like hours worth of film. Like it's just not happening.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But
go ahead, Mike.
I but I'm still holding out the dream that Jamar Chase falls to us. But
Jamar Chase falling to us, man. I don't know about all that.
yeah, it's not going to happen. But you know, a guy can dream. You know.
Guy can dream. Last thought before I switch you off for the bearded one here, Mike.
Are you doing the Young Guns tomorrow, or
Yeah,
because
no, we're
the
doing Young Guns.
draft is alright?
We're doing Young Guns tomorrow. Then the first night of the draft is going to be on KB's channel. Second night, which is rounds 2 and 3, will be on my channel.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So
I just can't wait, man. 2 more nights.
it's going to pass in a heartbeat. Trust me.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
man. Have a good one, Mike. Thank you for calling in, bro.
You too. You too.
Next up, we got the bearded one, Joel Yaddle. What up, Joel? Are you
Hey
outside
guys,
or is the background just dark?
background's dark. I
I
kind of
bet.
moved. I did spring cleaning, so
Mm.
the house is all moved around a little bit. So I'm trying to get a little bit better light, but this camera is still not very good.
So I could see maybe a lamp in the corner there or something.
Yeah, I got a lamp over here, and then behind me, that's my fishing room. That's where all my fishing poles are. So you guys are
Ah,
probably going to see that and a whole bunch of. There's the yep. There you go. There's the lanterns, the fishing rods.
where's all what you got to have a picture of you holding up the fish.
Oh, I got a bunch of them on Facebook. That's my
All
name.
right,
Go search Facebook.
we gonna look
Go,
for Joel's fishing pictures, guys.
hey, dude, man, I got a carp in there that's big as I'm 6'1" and it comes up to my chest, and his tail's touching the ground. That's the biggest fish I ever caught around here.
Joseph says you should make fishing videos.
I'm thinking about it. I just talked to Hub off screen. I'm really thinking about starting a channel. It'd be about 2 or 3 weeks before I get into it. That's still
Hmm.
up in the air, but it would be a little bit of fishing, a little bit of football. Football from the bank, and
I'm definitely gonna be watching the fishing videos because I mean I'm in the city, so literally the only place I can go to fish is by the docks. So it's definitely different from going fishing like actually in the woods or by a riverbank or something like that. But I'm sure there's still some tips I could pick up.
YouTube. So a lot of people they'll fish the parks for
Hmm.
carp in the waters there. That's a lot of fun. I mean, you can catch a 30-pound fish from shore. That's what I.
Hmm.
That's why I do it. I can catch big fish from shore and enjoy myself sitting in the sun. But let's talk Giants football.
Okay.
We have been debating. We have been pressing. We have been excited. Everybody get on the edge of your seat. The draft is going, what, 2 sleeps away? And we're going to
Hmm.
wake up and we're going to watch the TV. And they're going to be talking about the draft all day and who should go here and who should go there. Guy, it's finally here. If you ain't excited, if you ain't excited about this team, if you ain't going to smile,
I
you
don't think I've
guys,
seen you smile like this even during the season.
dude, this is exciting. We've argued back and forth as Gettleman the GM. We haven't had to have that debate for the last 3 months. We
Hmm.
haven't had to debate if it's our coach. We haven't had to debate if it's our staff. We all said we needed players. Gettleman and Judge went out and got us players, got us playmakers. And then now everyone's arguing, well, we're only one injury away, and that's why we need this guy and why we need that guy. And we've all come on here and we've all made our case for the guy that we hope, that we pray, that we want, that we're dreaming about, that we can root for on a Sunday. Is there really, outside of if the Giants drafted a quarterback, is there anybody you're really going to be upset with? You
Just
can
Greg.
say you can say Rousseau, but you know what? If Graham wants him, there's a reason Graham wants him. If he wants Parsons, if Gettleman wants his hog and Judge agrees, Gettleman's not going to make this decision without Judge. And Judge is that's been proven that Gettleman will work with the coach because he drafted Daniel Jones.
Hmm.
That's we got
Oh,
we
we
got
got
hope.
a good one here from Edward though, and this is one that I have to think is a smokescreen. But like you said, if Graham wants him, right? What about a corner? If Graham wants the corner, are you still gonna be like
Dude,
Graham
I
wants
am
him?
fine with that because we all know that cornerbacks get injured in the preseason.
I
Well,
okay.
if we've got three cornerbacks outside of Bradbury, which would make four, and some team is looking for a corner, hey, I'll take your third or your second next year. All right, let's look at the future. We've always got to
What
look
up,
at
Jay?
tomorrow. Hey, Jay, look at tomorrow, not just today. That's why I want the Giants to trade down so bad. I would love to have an extra second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if we trade Ingram and we take Fryermuth in the second, look at all the ways we can go. How can you guys not
Joel, do
get
you
excited?
know how much you know how excited I was? I'm not sure if everybody knows it. I'm pretty sure all of y'all do at this point. But on Monday morning, there was the fake tweet put out like the Chargers traded with the Giants.
Yes.
We moved down 2 spots and we got an extra third. I was so excited, and after the first thing I thought was, oh man, only an extra third. But then I was like, yo, we got an extra third, bro. We got a
I
little
thought
bit.
it was a second,
No, it was like the 77th, so that's a third.
but because I'm sitting there and I thought it was a second, I'm thinking, wow, if we took Parsons in the first, took our center in the second, and then the extra second pick, we take a flyer on Phillips. Dude, who's going to be upset at that?
I
I
really
mean,
wouldn't be. I really wouldn't.
even if Phillips doesn't make it, I would be so excited. The, this is Judge's draft. This is the one that makes his team. This
Mhm.
is the one where we're going to go to the next level. I mean, Judge has already set the bar.
Mhm.
We saw the bar. We were in every game. There was no quit. No one gave up. Nobody said, I'm done. Trade me. People came to the Giants this year. Everyone said, we're not going to get any good players. And then the minute Giants get good players, all
They're
the
not good anymore
analysis,
all of a sudden.
yeah, the analysis go, well, maybe he wasn't worth it if he's going to the Giants. And we're all sitting back here going, please make us the underdog. Please talk about us. Please say that we're going to be third or fourth in the division, because as Giants, that's when we progress. Judge can go in the locker room and say, hey, guys, what do you think of this? This is what everyone's saying about us. What do you want to do about it this year? And we saw the players react to Judge last year. We have more playmakers. We have depth. We have some quality pieces. That's what we said. I say, and I'm going to
Mhm.
stand by it. The Giants are 12-5 this year, and we're going to have a home playoff game. We're going to sweep the division, and we're winning a playoff game at home. Fans are going to be in the stands.
You're going with some these are a lot of predictions right here.
Hey, hey, you know what? How come? How come we can't shoot for the moon? I'm not saying Super Bowl. No way am I saying. If we do, win or lose, I'm going to
If
be
we do,
ecstatic.
if we make the Super Bowl, guys, check Syracuse Hospital or something. Joel's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, Rochester General. Okay,
Rochester General.
you know. But what if? Why can't we? If there's a
I
chance,
mean, listen, it is in my Twitter bio. Super Bowl 56, man.
right? But when you start winning, winning solves everything. Because if we can go on a couple of stretches where we win 5 games, lose one, win 4 games, lose one, we're 9-2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Injuries happen to other teams, not just us. That's why they play the game. We Judge is looking for mismatches. That's why he signed Galladay. He knew we didn't have a second corner, so they went out and signed somebody. The other guys are all just depth pieces. See the corner in the first. They're hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Guys get injured. Guys slow down. Graham wants to run a 5-set secondary where we have 3 safeties, 2 corners, 2 linebackers, and 3 in the front. So this just opens up everything for him.
And I said it in my in the rumor video as well. I'm like, I'm not sure if it's because it's my second year on YouTube, so obviously I have a bigger fan base now, and I'm just seeing more fans.
Right.
But fans are a lot more involved in social
Yeah.
media like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram with the Giants, and a lot more involved on platforms like YouTube. So like it's like you could see the palpable excitement. You could see it bubbling up in the fan base. I can't remember the last time a lot of fans have been this excited about a draft.
But we've been a losing team for, you might as well say 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
because that 11-5 season was a fluke.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been that bad for that long. We've had nothing to cheer about, nothing to hope for. And it's like every game we go into, everybody's like, oh, the Giants got a squeaker, or the Giants got a tough one, or can they do this without injuries, and everybody's just like monotone.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since we saw last year, the hype is just building and building. And
Is it hope or is it hype?
I, it's hard to say which one it is because if you look at a team, Giants fans want a team that's going to fight every down, every game. And that's what we got.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you guys with the Knicks. You want a team that you're going to sit there and they're going to fight, even with 30 seconds to go down by 8. They're still running plays. They're still playing defense. You know, that's what New York fans want is a team that Bad Dog went off the other day on the Yankees. He said, "Hey, I want a team that's going to fight for me, that doesn't give up in the ninth inning down 2 runs." When you have that, you see hope, you see development, you see a team that has no quit in them. And then sooner or later, by not having that quit, having that experience, having them tough games, especially when you're young. Dallas guys, they went 1-15 one year, won the Super Bowl the following year. So it's out there. We can do it.
Mm-hmm.
It can be done. It's been proven in the past with the right coach, the right atmosphere, getting in the younger talent, getting in the playmakers, getting the ball in the playmakers' hands, running the trick plays, running the schemes, mismatches. Judge has shown. Look at the trick plays that we ran against Dallas. We had 3 touchdowns, two whatever taken away. All right, that's from a mismatch. Judge saw something, so he's like, "Well, let's set them up." He set them up, and it worked. That's what that's that's what you want to see. That's what gives you hope. Somebody who's not willing to take a chance, win, lose, or fail. At least they took a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when I was in another stream the other day, I said, I'm seeing the same thing right now that I saw in 1983. I I saw Parcells go 3-13. He wasn't sold on Sims. He put in Bruner, and finally, he got Sims to remove his head from somewhere, and then Sims started being a leader. Well, with Daniel Jones, we don't have to worry about it because the kid fights. The kid makes plays. That's all he wants to do is make a play. He doesn't want to turn the ball over. He's trying to do something to get this team fired up so that they can go down and score, so that they can win a game. He's not giving up. He's not just standing back there nonchalantly. He's trying to learn what the coaches want him to do. He's trying to do it, but yet the other guys around him, they're not doing it. We had an argument over who would you take, Deshaun Watson or Daniel Jones on another channel. I said Daniel Jones. He's not giving up. He's not putting stuff out on social media. He's not. He's keeping everything in house. He's getting his teammates together, working with them. Good, bad, or indifferent. The Giants aren't a good team. The
And
Texans aren't
as
a good
crazy
team.
as it sounds, right? DJ had a better year last year than Watson when, if we're going by wins.
Not only wins, I mean, okay, Watson had a better year statistically, but Dak had a better year statistically too, and he was just as bad. And it was all that garbage time, final 5 minutes. They let him go down and score, and then let him drive the ball a little more. So they get 150 yards. They get another 12 completions. You know, that garbage, no one thinks about that. No one wants to include it. And then if I say Daniel Jones was better on his deep ball accuracy than, he was in the top 4, people are like, well, okay, you can use PFF numbers if you want. Well, if you're going to use one set of numbers, you have to use all the sets of numbers. I'm not trying to throw anybody on the bus. I'm trying to explain where I'm coming from.
And yeah, no, Edward and David, I agree. Watson is better than Jones individually, but I agree with Joe when I said I'd rather have Jones on my team than Watson.
It's
Although
okay.
at the same time, I can't blame Watson for quitting on the Texans considering what they did to him.
Well, that's true. There's so many stipulations that we don't know behind the scenes. And I understand Deshaun has gone through a lot down there in Houston. Talent wise, I will agree that Watson right now is better. However, let's look at the programs they come from as to why, Watson came from Clemson, a top school, a top coordinator, a top quarterback coach. I mean, David Cutcliffe is no slouch, but he was the head coach. He wasn't the quarterback coach. So not only did he have to watch the quarterback, he had to run the whole team. So it's not like he could follow Daniel Jones everywhere he went, but he did see talent. So the talent is there. But I mean, as for right now, as a young team, what I'm saying is, boy, I hope this sounds right. I want Daniel Jones as my quarterback only because he keeps things in house. It doesn't get to the media. I mean, I'm sure that there were arguments last year in the locker room about some things that happened on the field or in training camp, but Judge isn't that type of coach where it's going to come out, and his players are not going to let that come into the media so that they can get their hooks in it and spin it the way they want. Because we all know, and especially in Deshaun's case, because we will never know, the media is turning that into a cycle for themselves, not for Deshaun, not for the Texans, or not for us to know the truth. So as far as Deshaun goes, I do think he's a hell of a quarterback. But I'm saying, as a Giants fan or an NFL fan, given the two choices, that's the reason I'd go there. That's the reason.
Peace out, Viz.
So, look, it's not to shoot anybody down.
And Joel, to steer it back to the Giants, because we're going to have to wrap your segment up real soon.
Right. Guys, man, like I said, just have faith, believe, enjoy tomorrow or Thursday night. We're one night away. Please tell Joel we want fishing videos.
Yeah, no, the chat has been spamming hashtag fishing videos.
I see that. Oh man, now I'm going to have to go out and do that. Man, what a time to be a Giants fan, guys. Enjoy it. Let's argue tonight. Let's shoot for our favorite player one more time. Get it out there. Put out your opinion on why we should draft Parsons, why we should draft Smith, why we should draft Waddle. Call in. Go for it. Let it all hang out. He's going to drop the link here real soon. Call in. Have fun. Enjoy it. That's about all I got, Hub.
Hey man, we better hope that this energy right here carry over all the way until the season. Joel, thank you for calling in, man.
Yes, thank you.
Next up, we got Logan's Giants on. A shout out for everybody in here. Joel, ramping it up as usual. What up, Logan? How you doing, man?
I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
You got a haircut?
Yeah.
All right. I see. Fresh cut.
The fade, my dad did it.
Your dad did it?
Yeah.
Okay, looking clean, man.
It's not the best. I wanted some more on the top, but we're good. We're feeling better. I don't have the Jokic crap anymore. We're doing okay.
You still kind of look like Jokic. What up, Jersey?
I'm trying my hardest to not look like this dude. I think I might get some plastic surgery, bro.
Yo, you're fine. The man's about to win MVP. Giants.
My plan's to win MVP, but besides, to be honest, who do you want at 11? Do you want a receiver, an edge, a linebacker, corner, whatever? Who do you want?
The guy or guys I really want at 11 right now are one of the Bama wide receivers personally. But like I've said, basically the entire process, I'd be happy with like almost anything that the Giants do.
Oh, yeah. Joe, I was in Big Patch stream last night, and no, Giuliano, I cannot twerk.
Hey, yo. Let's not get into that topic.
Joey Yotto asked if I could twerk. No, sir. What is that? Where did that even come from? Is that a Jokic thing? I don't know. But I'm yeah, Jaden. I'm a Bama receiver guy myself. Are you more of a Smitty or a Waddle guy?
I'm more of a Waddle guy.
I think for the Giants, I'd rather have Smitty because we already have our slot receiver or slot receivers, or if you want to put Ross or Shep in there. We have our speedsters in Ross and Slayton, and we have our big go up and get it guy in Kenny Golladay. So I feel like Smith would be the final piece of our receiving core as the route runner, the just pure route runner, and I think he'd be the my league comparison. I know he's not in the league anymore. It would probably have to be Isaac Bruce.
Isaac Bruce.
You never heard?
That's an interesting one.
His route running just reminds me so much of Isaac Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Or I hear people throwing out Marvin Harrison. I don't really see it. I mean, I guess the weight thing, but I think he's more of an Isaac Bruce route runner type. He's one of the best route runners to ever come out of college football.
Yeah, people say that he is the best coming out of this class right now.
Yeah. I mean, Logan, what the fuck, right? Okay. No, I was just saying. I think. Would you be mad if we took Parsons?
Me?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't, because it goes back to what I've been saying. If we take him, that means that our coaches cleared him. If our coaches cleared him, then he's fine for me.
What are people saying about me in the chat, bro? Hi, Hub's dad. But how mad would you be if we took a corner?
A corner?
Yes.
I personally don't want a corner. I know Joel was saying, hey, man, he was saying the Graham thing, and he was also saying the depth thing, which I do agree with. You know what I'm saying? But at 11, I feel like, yeah, we could still 100% take a corner in the draft. Just not at 11, man. I feel like we could really use that pick for another spot that needs to be addressed, in my opinion, a bit more heavily. You know, I won't hate it. I'll definitely be on the fence about it. What up, Miz?
Miz is in the chat.
Make sure you call in, Miz.
But I was just saying, like, what was I gonna say? All right. To be honest, I don't think I'd be mad anymore if we took Greg Rousseau.
Thank you to Logan for calling in. It was a pretty good one. Always a pleasure having him on here, the young gun. All right. You want to explain yourself?
Yes. I personally, he's not my guy. I've looked at his tape. I do not like his technique at all, especially that he plays zero tech and he's not a nose tackle. But if Patrick Graham likes him, Patrick Graham likes him.
Yeah, nah, I'm still gonna be completely on the fence with Greg Rousseau, even with the if Patrick Graham likes something. With Greg, it's gonna have to be for me. I gotta see him day one. I gotta see him on the field, how he's doing in the NFL, man, before I'm any type of convinced.
I never said I wanted him. Nobody in the chat confused me saying that. I never said I wanted him. I hate him as a prospect, to be honest. But if Patrick Graham wants him, Patrick Graham wants him. So you can't really get mad at that. One thing that I will get pissed at is a corner, though. If we take JC Horn, my monitor is no longer going to be in existence. I'm just going to have to Thanos snap out my computer.
Logan, calm down, bro. Don't be one of these kids that be raging and everything now, man.
If we take a corner, I'll be mad. Straight up. I had a bad dream a few days ago where we took the Iowa defensive tackle in the first round.
I had a bad dream a couple days ago, and I put a tweet about it, that for some reason I was on the field, right? Saquon Barkley was there, but he wasn't in pads. He was like in jeans and a t-shirt. For some reason, Vince McMahon was there, and Vince McMahon, for some reason, was the owner of the Giants. This all happened in my dream. And then all of a sudden, on the field, a draft stage appears, and it's literally Roger Goodell saying, with the 11th pick, the Giants select Greg Rousseau. I kid you not, I dreamt that, bro. And I was just like, what is going on? And in the dream, when you move, it feels like you're moving through water and whatnot. I'm like out here trying to run to the stage to stop it, bro, but I didn't get there in time.
You're trying to punch out Roger Goodell like that game.
I don't know why I was dreaming Vince McMahon owned the Giants, but then I woke up and I'm like, if he did own the Giants, that's something that Vince would do.
Like, have you heard of the game? When Donald Trump became president, we're not going to get into politics, but there was a game that came out where you had to save the president from getting assassinated. So you were a bodyguard, so you had to rush the stage and try to knock him down. That's what you were trying to do, Roger Goodell.
Probably.
But you were trying to assassinate him and not save him for getting assassinated. So
I was trying to just knock the pick out of his hands, man.
You just try to punch him out, knock him out. He'll get some amnesia, and then you give him a new card, and he'll be good.
I was just literally gonna knock the pick out of his hands. I would have simply intervened. You know?
He's still gonna say Greg Rousseau, fam.
No, because I would be there. I'm built different.
This man's built different. You hear this? This man's built different. He was a third-string tight end in middle school football. This guy's
high school.
High school football. This guy's built different, fam. He was the backup running back. He was the I'm assuming, I don't know what kind of running style you have.
It was power.
Okay. He was the power back. He was the Brandon Jacobs of his high school team.
I wish I was Brandon Jacobs.
This guy's built different, fam.
All right, Logan, let me get your last thoughts before I pop you out for Benny.
Yeah, I'm sorry to plug my stuff here, but
That's all good.
I just got finished doing live stream with a bunch of people. I had Benny on, I had David A.V., I had CJ Talk Sports, I got Jaden, I had Joseph Balby. So anybody in the chat, we did that. You could go check that out. I did some other videos. So that being said, thanks for having me on.
No problem, Logan. Have a good one, man, guys. Make sure you check out Logan's Giant Zone. Next up, we got another young gun. It's Football Talk with Benny. Benny, how you doing? Benny had a vid out today as well, guys.
Yeah, I did have a vid out today, and I had a vid out yesterday. So, I've been getting this vids going. I also had a live stream today, so I've been really busy for the draft. I plan on posting tomorrow. I plan on posting on Thursday. I'm going to post I'm going to be on Big Pat's channel for the draft, but I'm also planning on posting my, instant reaction. And I'm going to be posting before the draft. I'm going to be posting at least a mock draft. I might even do a Giants only mock draft also. I mean, there's just I'm so busy right now with so much stuff and all. And I just been focusing in on the draft
Benny
crazy.
On the come up, man.
Dude, I don't even know how I'm going to pay attention to school on Thursday, honestly.
You need to
I'm just going to be sitting in class and just thinking about the draft. Just who are the Giants going to take?
Nah, bro. Have you ever seen Men in Black where they have the light that takes their memory? Like the flashlight?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you got to watch Men in Black, bro. Great movies. There's 3 of them, right? So there's a light. I forgot what it's called. Flashing in your eyes erases your memory. What you need to do on Thursday is take that light, flash it in your eyes so that you could only focus in class.
Yes, and
then give your memories back after class is over.
I mean, I've been thinking about so much. I've had 3 straight days of dreaming about the draft, actually dreaming about it, not in class or
this
anything.
Man is actually dreaming.
And when I was sleeping, the first, and the funny part is they all lined up. A couple of days ago it was the first round. Yesterday was the second round, and then the past night was I think it was after the draft. I don't know. I think I skipped over the third.
So what
I
did
skipped
your
over
dream
the
say?
other rounds.
What did
I
your
don't
dream
even know.
say?
I can't remember, but all I remember was I think it was good. I wasn't ecstatic about it. I wasn't upset. I don't really think I even knew who they drafted. I was just the draft. It was just really weird. But I was also wondering, by the way, for film, do you just go on YouTube? Is that the only thing you normally use, or what?
So usually I go on YouTube. I look up, like I said before, the player's name versus. So Michael Parsons, I look up Michael Parsons versus. On YouTube, there'd be some things that would pop up. And thank you, Lucas. Yeah, the neuralizer was what the device was called for Men in Black. Occasionally, not every year. It happened this year. Somebody kind of leaked a bunch of film, and I got a little bit of access to that. But it's really hard. Well, it's not hard, but it's not easy to get.
Yeah, it's not easy to find it because I had somebody sent me some film today. I actually was able to get some. But there was a bunch of games. It was 5 games at least, 5 or 6 and stuff. And and I was and I wasn't sure how much film do you normally try to watch on a player? Do you just watch one game, or do you try to watch a bunch of games of them, or what?
I watch as much as I can. Because you're never gonna find a player where it's it's too much to watch.
Yeah.
You're never gonna find that just because of how tight the NCAA rules are with even distributing film. You know what I'm saying? The channels you're going to find film on YouTube are I guess you could call them burner accounts, but they're burner accounts so that, they don't get a legitimate copyright strike from the NCAA. So, yeah. And real quick, let me get this Jay Berman super chat. Shout out to Jay. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, maybe unrealistic. I don't know. but I'd love a draft day trade of Evan Oops for a 3rd-round pick. Even an early 4th, I want the extra pick. What say you guys? You don't got to ask me twice. And as soon as you said it, Evan Ingram is in the chat right now, or I should say Evan Oops. Listen, I'd trade Evan for Arizona and a bag of chips, man.
You know,
What about you, Benny?
I'd love to cut for a 3rd or an early 4th. I mean, if you're getting a 3rd-round pick, I would, I'd be happy with that. 4th, I think I'd be fine with. Yeah, I think I'd be fine with this, especially if there's a player on the board that we really want to take that really fits us. I think that definitely would make a lot of sense. Although I do have to say I really like Evan Ingram this year. One thing I do like about him, I think he's getting underrated because now we have Kyle Rudolph, and I think he can teach Evan Ingram a lot mentally and also just through the game.
The reason I have more, I won't say I like him. The reason I have more faith in Ingram this year, if that makes any sense, even though I still want him off the team. Evan, I know that you didn't like the what I said about you there because we see his reaction in the chat. But Evan, listen, I'll tell you this: you're not gonna be the 1st or 2nd target anymore this year, which we were in 2020. You're gonna be like the 4th or 5th, ideally. So you're gonna see the ball a lot less, which means a lot less chances for mistakes, which probably means you're gonna have kind of a bounce back year, as crazy as that sounds.
Yeah.
So at least I'll give you that, Evan.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get that for him. I don't think. I mean, I think maybe we could actually. I think something more realistic is honestly to trade up back into like the 1st round with our 2nd-round pick with Evan Ingram instead of getting a whole 3rd-round pick or something. I think it's more realistic to say like, oh, if we give our 2nd-round pick and Evan Ingram to get to a late 1st-round pick and maybe take an edge rusher or something like that. But yeah, I think that's probably the most realistic. I did want to show you just two things that I tweeted out. First of all, I did actually a Giants mock draft on PFN, and I wanted to know what you thought of it. So, and by the way, this is not saying that I think these players are going to be at the specific spots. I did this on PFN, so these are the guys that are available. So I went with what I wanted to do. But at 11, I got Penei Sewell.
Okay.
Then at 42, I got Jalen Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Then at 76, I got Chasserette, and then 116, I got Tamori and Terry.
Listen, I don't care what you got after pick 11 because you got Sewell at 11, bro.
Yeah,
but
I mean, Sewell at 11 is already great.
Then you still got Phillips at 42. That's like an A++ draft.
Yeah.
And like you said, that's what PFN provided, but that's still an amazing draft right there, man.
PFN sometimes, though, it's just they drop. I don't know why. Jalen Phillips all the time falls to that 2nd-round spot. Chasser always falls to that 3rd-round spot. And Tamori Terry always falls to like the 6th round or something. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I just decided to take him in the 4th round.
And what was the 2nd tweet?
What?
You said there was 2 tweets you wanted to show me or something?
Oh, yeah. And the other one was that actually when I was doing this mock draft, I had taken Penei Sewell. And I was really between 2 players in the 2nd round. I was between Jalen Phillips and I was between Kadarius Toney. And I had put out a poll. I think I got 16 votes. I'll tell you the results after. But who would you go with in the 2nd round if we went offensive line the 1st? Kadarius Toney or Jalen Phillips? Or neither if you don't want either.
Damn, that's a tough one.
It's hard.
Man.
I went with Phillips.
I would still go Toney.
Uh-huh.
I would still go Toney. I guess it just shows how much I personally want a wide receiver. But, man, Phillips at 42, like any team should be willing to take a shot at him if he's available in the 2nd. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is...
And you know what? To be fair, I'll say this. Phillips is a better prospect, in my opinion, than Toney is.
Yeah, I think Phillips, without the injuries, I honestly think he would be a top 15 pick.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But, also, here, I'll show you the results. The results were 25% said Kadarius Toney, 68.8% said Jalen Phillips, and 6.3% said neither.
Okay, then.
I
wonder what the people that said neither were.
Well, there was only one person that said neither. Only one
Okay.
person, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, maybe 2. It's 1 or 2 people, but that wasn't that many. Yeah, I don't know why honestly, I would love to hear the reasoning for neither. Honestly, I don't know how you could not like either of those players, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but those were some of the main stuff. But I did want to talk about one thing was like what was it again? Oh, I was talking in the stream, Mrs. stream, and Zion, and
Which, by the way, tomorrow, I think they're having another one like they did last week, and I'm gonna be on there for about maybe 40 minutes to an hour as well, just like I was last week, guys. before I go and do Young Guns.
Yeah, and I was talking to them, and here's the thing. Here's why. Look, I'm fine with going a receiver in the first round. I'm fine with trading down and taking a receiver. But the one reason you could say we shouldn't take receiver and we should focus on other position is because the talent and the receivers position at the second round is absolutely crazy. I mean, you have Kadarius Toney who could be
If
there.
he drops,
Yeah.
that's gonna be amazing.
Wait, let me search up wide receiver. NFL draft wide receiver because this is a whole long list of them.
And I literally just had like 4 people pop in at once, Benny. So I might have to ask you to wrap it up soon because the line just got bigger.
All right. Give me a second. I'm just trying to find this. Why is it? God, CBS Sports. I don't know why it's not working. Okay. So you have, of course, the top 3 guys, and then Rashad Bateman. But a lot. Like here's the thing. I'm not guaranteeing that specifically these guys will be there. Like specifically each one will be there. But I think out of these guys, there'll be at least 1 or 2 of these guys to pick from. So you have Elijah Moore, Terrace Marshall, Rondale Moore, Kadarius Toney, De'Ami Brown. I think there's got to be at least 2 or 3 of those guys that are going to be there.
I think like 2 probably.
Really? You
Yeah.
think how many receivers you think will go in the first round?
I can't give you a number, but I'll say this: guys like Terrace Marshall should go in the first. Tony should go in the first. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I can't say they will, but I'm saying they should. Who else did you list?
Rondale Moore.
Okay, Rondale Moore I think might be there.
De'Ami Brown.
De'Ami Brown I also think might be there.
I know a lot of people are really a big fan of him.
I like him, but I don't like him that much for 42. Personally.
Yeah, but that's fair. But I mean, I think really that I don't think there's going to be as many receivers sometimes as people think because of the fact that there's a long list of them. And even if somehow they all didn't go there and we didn't like the receivers there, I honestly think next year, I don't know about next year's class, I'll be honest, but I'm guessing next year there'll be a guy there, honestly. But I'm not like counting receiver out. I just think that it could make more sense maybe to go edge rusher, even if it's like reaching on a guy like Jalen Phillips, who I'm a big fan of. I wouldn't mind taking Jalen Phillips at 11. I know a lot of people would, but that's why I want to trade down with a team like the Patriots or Bears because I think we could get Phillips at that spot.
Benny, let me get your last up before I pop you out, bro.
Nothing much. Just really excited for the draft. I can't
make sure
wait
you concentrate,
to get to it,
bro,
man.
In class.
I will. Don't worry about that.
But guys, go over to Football Talk with Benny. Check him out. He had 2 straight videos in a row. You know, in terms of days, he might have 3 in a row. We'll see what's happening, man.
Yeah,
Benny,
I think it's gonna be 3. I think it's
gonna
be 5 in a row. I think it's gonna be 5 in a row. We'll
That's
see.
a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I'm already at 2. I'm already at 2. Tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna have a video, and for Thursday, I'm definitely gonna have a video, and I'm guessing for Friday, I'll have a video. So we'll see. But yeah. All right. Thanks for having me on, man.
Next up, we got David AV, then The Miz. You know, we got The Miz up in just 2 callers. Then Barkley Goat, who's Jaden, then CJ. And let's get him up here. David AV, what's up, man? How you doing?
What is going on? You excited for the draft?
I'm a little bit excited. I ain't gonna lie. Come on now.
I know. Obviously, everyone should be, of course. If you're in here, you should be excited for the draft. Like Joel said, you should be pumped up. You know, you should be ready for this. You should be ready for the draft. So who are you leaning? The Giants pick. Who are you leaning?
I'm leaning wide receiver right now. That's what I want. Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that I think they're gonna be there at 11.
Yeah, I agree. I say either Waddle or Smith, whoever's there. So I wanted to share do a quick mock since it's almost a draft time. I want to say who I think's gonna go each pick.
Let's hear it.
Only like 15. It'll be fast. All right. So 1, I have Trevor Lawrence. 2, Zach Wilson. 3, Mac Jones. I think.
Wow, you got Mac going at 3.
I'm believing the hype. I think they go Mac Jones there.
Okay.
They could go Trey Lance either. I mean, that's who they're rumored to take there. Yeah, so I think that's who they go. And I think the Bengals go Jamar Chase. I think they go Jamar Chase over O-line.
Committing manslaughter.
Yeah, they could go O-line in the second round. I mean, even though Sewell's a generational talent, they could always go O-line in the second round. So, and then for Miami, I have them going Jalen Waddle at 6, which I think it would be a perfect fit. Speed guy who can help Tua. Those are Tua's, best receivers. He's been most successful with those type of guys. We saw in Alabama. And then I actually have a trade up at 7. So Detroit trades back with the Chargers, who obviously we saw the fake
they're
tweet.
seeing Sewell drop.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah, I think they jump up for Sewell because Oregon. Yeah, the Oregon connection with Justin Herbert there. So I think that's what they take. Then another trade up at 8 with the Panthers. We have New England. New England jumps up ahead and gets Justin Fields. I think I heard a rumor about that. I just want to follow the rumor. It'd be cool. But Slater's falling. Then he goes 9. Slater goes 9 overall to Denver. Yeah, I think I like that one. I'm also having who's gonna fall.
Well,
Parsons falling.
Who went
10?
10?
I have Patrick Surtain.
Okay.
Did I skip 4? Yeah, I skipped 4. Hold on. I think I skipped 4. Kyle Pitts, Atlanta.
Who's going 11?
Yeah.
To the Giants now.
All right, yeah, 11. I got Devontae Smith. I really want Devontae Smith. I think he.
You made him slip.
Yeah. That's why I put Jalen Waddle at 6 because I think either him, Smith, or Slater or Sewell could go there at 6. 6 is a hard pick for me to choose because Miami could go because they're not really supposed to be at the top of the draft, so they could go a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to say at 12, J.C. Horn goes to Philly, and then 13, where the Chargers traded back to, Trey Lance goes to Detroit, which I think
you're not the first person
picks.
that's told me. Yeah, you're not the first person that's told me that they're not sold on golf in Detroit.
Yeah, they get more picks from Detroit, and then from the Chargers, and then they take a quarterback, which I think makes sense because they're in rebuild mode. They have Jared Goff as a bridge quarterback, and then the next year they can put in Trey Lance. And then at 14, I have Kwity Paye.
Where's Slater going, bro?
Oh, I put Slater at 9 to Denver.
Oh, okay, but I think I might have missed that.
Slater at 9. Yeah, Slater at 9 to Denver because I wouldn't really pass on him even at 11. I think he's a great fit. And then
15
is Parsons. I have Parsons going to Carolina. I think he's a good fit. And then that's my.
That's a very interesting mock. Yeah. You got 2 trade ups.
Yeah, that's what I think's gonna happen.
You think 2 trade ups might happen?
Yeah, 1 or 2, maybe 3. I think there's gonna be some trade ups. I've heard a lot of rumors about trade ups, especially with New England and a quarterback. And then the Chargers, obviously, you see fake tweets or whatever, but I really think they have interest in trading up this year to help out Justin Herbert and take the next level. Because I think the Chargers, they already have a pretty good young defense. Joey Bosa, 33, I forgot his name. They have a lot of good players out there. And Detroit, I like the Detroit pick with Trey Lance trading back with them.
Yeah, Lucas is saying he likes the Chargers trade.
Chargers trade. I think it's a good trade. And then, yeah, especially one of my favorite picks is J.C. Horn to Philly because I think he pretty much embodies Philly. He's a tough physical cornerback. He's going to play man coverage. He's going to go out there, try to guard bigger receivers. We saw him try to guard Kyle Pitts. So I think it's a great fit there in Philly. And, yeah, I made Devontae Smith fall on purpose to get to 11. But I want Devontae Smith. People,
you did kind of have him.
Yeah, but I could actually see that. I could actually see that happening. I could see at 6 Waddle going there because he could go 7 to Detroit if they don't trade out. And yeah, that's my mock before the draft. That's what I think.
Not a bad top 15, and that, like I said, the most exciting top 15 I've had, I think, in like a couple months.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. And then before you sub me out, because I know the line's getting long. A great fit. I said.
Well, one thing I want to ask you is that it's obvious that you like Smith a lot, right? So is he who you want at 11?
Yeah, he's who I want at 11 for the Giants. He's who I want at 11. And then second round we could go O-line. Third round we could go edge. We can do a lot of things, but I think the first 2 rounds have to be either like edge receiver or edge O-line. Those type of combos in the first 2 rounds because we've seen it with the Giants. You see Barkley and then Hernandez because the Giants love to go O-line the first 2 rounds. So I see them going O-line there. Mm-hmm.
So then, no, you were gonna ask something.
Yeah. So I was gonna say something. A great fit later down in the draft at 29 with the Packers. A great fit, I think, is Kadarius Toney, because he's a pretty much
he could be a really solid number 2 next to Devontae.
He's like a Randall Cobb type player. We've seen Randall Cobb go in the backfield. You know, Aaron Rodgers loves those type of guys, so I think he's a good fit there. And like that's what I think of when I think of the Packers in this draft.
So you think they might go receiver first round? Then they're gonna get Aaron his first round receiver that he hasn't had in like how many years?
Or because they could be getting Jordan Love, this receiver as well, because Aaron Rodgers could be gone.
What do you think is happening with Jordan Love? What is that situation?
If they don't make the Super Bowl this year, like this is Super Bowl or bust for the Packers, because 2 straight NFC championships, 2 straight exits. They have to be, straight choke. It was a choke. It was a choke. Aaron Rodgers had the ball, and I think this is the last year for Aaron Rodgers if they don't make the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They got to.
Do you think he wants out of Green Bay? Because he already got his stuff set up for the future, like with Jeopardy and whatnot.
He could retire or go to another team like Brett Favre, but I think he'll be loyal to Green Bay. I think he could retire, but if they don't win a Super Bowl, he's definitely getting either traded. He might get traded too, because he has great value, even though he's older. He's got great value out there, so he could be traded as well.
I bet. Well, David, thank you for coming in with the fresh mock draft idea, man. Yeah,
yes, I really wanted to put the mock draft out.
Yeah, Lucas said it as well, man. It's always great when there's like a different mock draft idea coming out there, man.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
Bro?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I was on with Benny and Logan today as well, so those were fun streams. And thanks for having me on.
No problem, David. Have a good one, man. David always be in the chat as well, bro. Appreciate you calling in. Next up, we got The Miz. I see him adjusting the hoodie. He's getting ready to come on there. There he is. What up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Hub? How are you?
We good, man. We 2 days away.
2 days away, man. I was watching so much film, man, and so many players I'm watching, man. And I can't stress to this Giants nation how important this draft is in 2 days for this New York Giants team, because I'm not saying this to make people happy. We are right on the verge of being a real deal football.
We're about to witness greatness.
Yo, the Giants are looking at a nice 5-6 year run here, and I'm a big believer in Daniel Jones. A lot of people aren't, but I feel like Jones is gonna take his game up to a level where nobody's gonna doubt him after this season. So, that's how I feel about the draft. I feel like Hub, couple of spots. I'm not gonna go through the whole draft like these guys. I said day one when the Niners traded up. The minute they traded up, because I have a friend who's a big Niners fan, I said Mac Jones is going to be a Niner, so I'm going to stick with that. Because why I say Mac Jones, I know he's not the most talented of the bunch, but he's the most NFL ready day one. And
guess what? I like Mac to the Niners back when they were at 12.
Yeah, I had Mac Jones 100% to the Niners or the Patriots. Those are the only 2 teams he fits those organizations. Certain guys fit in places. He's not a guy that's going to carry a team or make a lot of average players play to the next level. What he is he comes into a ready-made team like the Niners. He game manages, and that's all he has to do. And he's smart because he's been in an Alabama offense, the closest thing to the NFL that there is. So he's managed big egos. So he could do that also,
And I think you were like one of the first, persons to bring up that point of managing egos, which I think is super underrated because he's had like stars in his locker room.
Yeah, listen, he's perfect for the Niners, man. If they don't take him, I'll be a little bit surprised. I know the Patriots would love to get him, but it's a little far-fetched. That's the other thing.
So how far do you think Fields is going to slip if Jones goes to 3?
Well, that's the thing, man. I'm telling you, I know people say, oh, Chase and Pitts. Let me tell you something. There's no way, because I've told you this before, man. The Cincinnati organization, if they pass on Penny Sewell, they need to have their head examined, man. I'm telling you right now, man. Penny Sewell, outside of Trevor Lawrence, in my eyes, is the most valuable single player in this entire NFL draft. That's how I feel about. I would kill to have Penny Sewell slip to us.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously that's not. So I got the Bengals at the end of the day are going to take Sewell because they can't afford not to. And then Miami could go. So I guess the thing is, I guess it all turns one road or the other with Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Does Atlanta go with Pitts? Does Atlanta take Fields and put him on the shelf for a year for the future? Or does Atlanta trade out and get a bunch of picks?
Which one do you think is gonna happen?
Man, I'm telling you right now about Atlanta, man. And let me tell you something. Atlanta should draft Fields. He's from Georgia. Matt Ryan don't have a lot of long time left, so you bring Fields in. He learns from a veteran quarterback, and you let him learn, and you put him in the following year. They should, because the next year's quarterbacks don't look good in the draft. You don't know when you're going to ever be at the fourth spot again.
Miss, to be fair, though, last year, the only guys we were talking about were Lawrence and Fields. You know, guys like Lance, you know, guys like Wilson, even Jones, to a certain extent, kind of came out later on. You know, like a year from now, we could be sitting talking about a good quarterback group.
I don't know. Am I wrong? You tell me. Is Atlanta's going to draft Pitts? What do you think?
I don't want them to draft Pitts. I want them to take a QB and let him sit for a year.
Right. Listen, the smart move is you suck it up and you take the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the smart move. But
shout out to Big Pat.
I don't know if Atlanta's like edgy on their seat and they got to get that big weapon and they still think they can make a run back to the Super Bowl, which I don't think they can right now.
Nah, they're too far gone.
Right. So, and then, dude, it don't matter where Miami goes because Miami's sitting pretty. They are loaded with a lot of weapons. So Miami's gonna be nice. It doesn't matter who they take. They could take Chase, but what do you call it? Let's go down. The thing is, the next one I think would be, you see, Carolina could trade out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Carolina or Denver could trade out. But if Lance is hanging around, Denver might draft him.
If Lance makes it to 9, he's like, in my opinion, he should go to Denver. Like, that should be one of the picks that just makes sense. You know, like Darisaw to the Chargers. Like, Lance to Denver just makes sense.
Yeah, they could take Lance. They could have a competition between him and Locke. He could sit a little, whatever they want to do. Denver hasn't been stable with quarterbacks, to be honest. So, but that would also help me as a Giant fan if they did take Lance at 9. I'll be honest with you, because you know where I'm headed with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You already know where I'm going. So basically, look, I haven't changed my mind or my heart at all, man. They're both aligned together. Micah Parsons to the New York Giants is one of the best matches in this draft. And I feel like Micah Parsons is the final piece to our defense, where we would be defense wins championships the next few years. It might not be this very first year, but I would make us a Super Bowl contender the following year.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, the man is a stud. I'm not going to go through all the things he could do. We already went through this. We know he's vicious. We know he's physical. He's a leader. He's all that. He could be all that you want in a linebacker that you see come out once every 5 or 10 years. So
you go Micah at 11. Who you going at 42? Or who you want to go at 42?
So if you do get Parsons to fall you at 11 and you do take him, and I know I heard in the organization there's a divide between Devontae Smith and Parsons. I think Waddle's also in that group. But let's say you take Parsons, 42, that's where the Giants go get their guard.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people want a receiver. I get it. But I feel we could get a receiver. Yeah, he's not going to be Devontae Smith or Waddle, but we could get a receiver in the 3rd round that will mix it up with the receivers we already have. We spent money on Galladay, man. Galladay is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get a guard. You cannot go into this season saying the 3 kids we drafted last year are going to grow, because we don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get one more piece, whether it's a guard or a guy that I've fallen in love lately with. And I know he's been injured, but I think he's going to overcome it. He's a beast. I love Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson?
Yes, I love him.
Bro, I'm telling you. And by the way, shout out to we got Word in here and Kid Blues in here as well. What up, KB? I'm telling you, man. Your dream is Parsons and Dickerson. My dream is one of the Bama receivers in Dickerson. At least we line up on one thing, man. That dude, Landon Dickerson, is a bad man.
Bad.
He's a bad man.
No.
He's going to take care of business in the trenches.
Dude, and he grew up a Giant fan, and not that that matters, but he
No,
wants
I
to be
always
here.
love it. It's kind of like, like Saquon. Saquon grew up a Jets fan, but he grew up in the Giants media market anyway. I always like that, and he's from New York. Same thing with Andrew Thomas. I think a little bit connection to the Giants before and whatnot. Like we've had a couple players who, in somehow, some way, had some type of connection to the Giants. I always love it when we have that.
Yeah, this guy Dickerson, man, he reminds me of a throwback center, like a no-take crap, really strong physical leader on the offensive type of guy that makes the rest of the line nasty. And we already have some feisty players on this line. So then you take him and you let Gates move over to guard. You have competition is good. What's wrong with that?
Mm-hmm. So are you sliding him immediately in at center, or are you still going to have the competition for that position?
No, Dickerson?
Yeah.
If you draft Dickerson, he's your day one center. There's no doubt about it, man. This guy's coming out of Alabama. He's not coming out of some small college in Tennessee. This guy's he's NFL made already, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's battled back from the injuries. He had a big year. To me, the guy's the best center in this draft.
Above Creed, you'd have him above Creed because it's him and Creed at the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Dickerson. I understand Creed, and I know the other guy. What's his name? Mayer, that tough guy that moved up the boards. You seen a video
Quinn?
of him dunking
Quinn?
a basketball?
Quinn, the Quinn guy, Quinn Mearness.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the video on him though.
Yeah, there was a video out on him today. He was dunking a basketball on a real NBA basket. I mean, you're talking about a fat offensive lineman that was going up and dunking with authority.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's...
He got strong legs.
Yeah, listen. But that's another thing, man. People better get ready in this draft. There's no way in the world the New England Patriots aren't aggressively moving up to get their quarterback. It might not be the guy they want, but they're going to go get one.
Okay.
So someone's trading out. The Patriots are going to offer something to trade up. They had a big free agency. Belichick is not going to sit around and groom a team for the next 3 years. He doesn't like watching Brady win the Super Bowl last year. We all know that. So he went out.
He got something planned.
Crazy money in free agency. They reloaded the whole team. And all they need is a quarterback. They're going to try their best to move up and go get one of those guys. Fields, Lance, whoever it is.
So you think the Patriots are 100% in on moving up to get their QB?
Yeah, 100%, man. They honestly... They don't need anything else. They need the quarterback. And they get the quarterback, they're a 10-win team again, man. So
what's the chances if they take a quarterback and they still let him sit and use Cam for Cam's 1-year contract and then have the quarterback start next year?
Oh, yeah, they could totally do that. But they got to go get it now because, again, we don't know what's – next year doesn't look so – and you don't want to get caught in this 2-3 year thing without a quarterback. Belichick's not 45 years old, so
yeah.
And he's looking to go right back. And the Patriots have a real good team. They just need a quarterback. So
they had such a stellar free agency. And real quick, shout out to we had Evan Ingram in the chat earlier. Now we got Saquon Barkley in the chat. Saquon, yeah, I am going to be covering the draft on Thursday. It's going to be on KB's channel first round. Friday night, which is rounds 2 and 3, is going to be back on mine. So getting back to the Giants here, Miz. All right. This might be, I'm not sure how far you scouted in. So let's say we go Parsons first, Dickerson second. Where you going third?
Oh, third round. That's where I might go receiver. And I told you the guy. I like the guy from Florida, Scary Terry. I think he's really good. I don't know if Nico Collins is still there. Listen. You can find yourself one of these small, shifty, fast receivers in the third round. Now, I understand it's not Waddle or Smith. ESPN is not all over them. I get it, but you can get a good receiver in the third. We have some receivers here, so it's not like we don't have any receivers. By the way, I agree with the kid that was on before me, David. A lot of people have the Eagles going for a Waddle, but I can see the Eagles really needing a horn. That could go a long way for them. Like horn.
Miz, you're cutting in and out. I'm not sure if your connection or something.
Yeah, it's bad. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Oh.
You can't hear me? I can hear you. It's it's a little stable. What happened?
I got a bad line, but I'm gonna cut out. But I'm on tomorrow night, all right? So I'll see you there.
For sure, yeah, guys. Be on Zion's channel tomorrow. I think I'll be in there hour before Young Guns. Have a good one, Miz. Thank you for calling in. I'm not sure. I was hearing a lot of feedback with the connection there on my end, man. But Miz, as always, with the great call-in, guys. Tomorrow, I think it's gonna be on Zion's channel. We're gonna be there. We're gonna get it. Next up, I think it was CJ, and then it's Jaden. Then after Jaden, we got Rob from Nerding Out Sports. Then Rick. Then Spitzy. So CJ, what's up, man?
What's going on, Hub? How you been?
I'm good, man. Yo, is that a Hawaiian shirt?
Not exactly. It's somewhat Hawaiian, but it's more like ocean blue.
I bet.
All right.
Oh, it's Ash Money's channel. Yeah, my bad. I was thinking Zion. It is indeed Ash Money's channel tomorrow night, guys. Yeah, go ahead, CJ.
Yes. Only 2 days away, man, and the speculation is over.
I mean, we're gonna have speculation for the second and third round, bro.
Well, yes, but excuse me, at least what we're doing at 11 goes. Now, I have a few questions for you, Hub. I've seen a lot of mock drafts. Okay, and I've done a lot of mock drafts in preparation for this draft over the next couple of days. There's one player in particular that I'm surprised not a lot of people have mocked to us in the second round, assuming we do go receiver in the first round. I haven't seen a lot of people mock Wyatt Davis to us at 42. Because to me, he's probably my number one, realistically, day two guy for us to be there in the second round.
You think it's realistic that Wyatt is there? I've heard people tell me it's realistic for him to go in the first.
I do, because honestly, I haven't seen any mock drafts that have him at first. I mean, maybe Cincinnati's O-line is so putrid, I could see them going tackle and then guard in the first two rounds. But assuming the Bengals are stupid enough, I mean, listen, at this point they may as well draft Jamar Chase and Terrence Marshall with their first two picks. Just bring the whole LSU team back together. But so again, I think, what do you think, and what would you rather do for pick 42, assuming we go wide receiver? Landon Dickerson and have him be our almost plug and play starter at center and move why am I blanking on his name? Nick Gates back to guard, or keep Gates at center, move him, draft Wyatt Davis in the second round, and plug him in at right guard.
So if we go wide receiver in the first round, right? My dream scenario would be that, and then also to get Landon Dickerson in the second. I'm not necessarily plugging him in anywhere, even though I low-key do agree with Miz. In my opinion, he's, him and Humphrey are like the plug-and-play centers of this draft. But I still am giving Nick Gates more than a fair shot to keep his job. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving him more than a fair shot. And whoever wins out for center, man. That's just how it is.
And plus, I mean, Dickerson's, much like Jalen Phillips, his injuries are just too concerning for me. That's why I think Wyatt Davis is just more of a sure fit. He's my number two guard.
Why wouldn't you take a shot, though? It's the second, right?
Yeah, we're already so happy with how Nick Gage went as far as playing center. I mean, it was such a humongous surprise, the fact that he played so well at center for us year one. I feel like you don't have to we shouldn't be going into this draft looking for an upgrade at center. It's good to find depth, but the main position as far as us on the interior of our offensive line is guard, not so much center. So I just thought, now if Dickerson moves to guard, which is fine, but Wyatt Davis has already proven that he's a top-tier guard in this draft. I know Bobby from Talking Giants doesn't really like him, but I really like him.
By the way, speaking of that, we got Talking Giants in the chat. Shout out to them.
Oh, what's up? What's going on, Bobby?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's Bobby, Danny, or Justin, but friends of the channel. What up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I gotta hop on their channel one day. But yes, so my dream scenario as far as the first three picks, Devontae Smith at 11, Wyatt Davis in the second round, and then, oh my God, I was just doing for Rashard Weaver in the third round.
Ooh, okay.
That's been my consistent, cross your fingers on those three guys being there. If those three guys are there, I'm jumping. I'm doing cartwheels all over the moon. Those are my top three guys as far as just plug and play, instant contributors, and just an A plus draft all the way around. And then
those first two picks for me is already A plus. I don't care what we do after. I'll be honest, yo. Those first two picks, and that kind of shows, at least in my opinion, just like if we have two really good first picks, in my opinion, this team is like just so close to taking that next step, man.
Exactly. And another thing, I was watching Diggy a couple of weeks ago. He did a film breakdown on Chaz Sarai.
Oh, look, Justin's in here too. What up, man?
What's up, Justin? What do you think it is? What do you think is the likelihood that he falls into the fourth round?
Into the fourth?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's between Weaver or Surratt for me in the third round.
I don't know about him falling into the fourth, man. I will say this though. I have been noticing he's been slipping in draft, draft position a little bit. Yeah, like when I first mocked him to us, he was like a second round guy. Yeah. And then when I mocked him to us for the final one, he was like a third. But by the time I made that one, I have seen some of him going like a late third, early fourth. I really don't. I'll say this. It's kind of what I've said with Tony. Tony is somebody, in my opinion, Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver, that should go in the first round, could slip into the second.
Yeah,
Chaz Surratt is somebody that should go into second or third. I will be very surprised if he slips into the fourth.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I've been seeing that at least in mock drafts.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to fall in the fourth round either. That would just be heaven on earth for me. But it's just that it's such a dilemma. To me, the first two picks are kind of easy, depending on who's on the board. But once you get in to the third or fourth rounds, it's just all about, bigger need. And I just feel like even though we desperately need a coverage linebacker, man, Rashad Weaver in the third round would be such a remarkable get at that pick. So as much as I love Chaz Surratt, I think we could survive having one more year without having a dominant coverage linebacker per se.
Real quick, thank you all for 50 likes. We hit the 50 like goal. Shout out to Engraven Vids, guys. I know you guys all know Talking Giants. You guys go over, check them out. That doesn't need to be said. You guys need to go over and check out Engraven. NFL/Ravens YouTuber. It doesn't matter. You're going to be entertained by his vids. You're going to enjoy it. And Engraven, I know you probably like the fact with the whole Julio Jones rumors going around that you hoping he probably ends up on your team. But CJ, how much do you like Rashad Weaver so much, man? What do you think about what about him makes you want him so much?
I just think he's just such a perfect scheme fit. To me, he's my second favorite, just pure speed rusher outside of Aziz. And it's just that, to me, he's just so he reminds me a lot. He's like a poor man's version of OC, where he's not great against the run. He may not be great in terms of against the run, but he's such he has such a good get off. His hands are very smooth for an outside linebacker. He does have the excuse me.
You good there?
Yeah, I'm good. He does have a small chance of dropping back into coverage, but his film is just so smooth. To me, he's not quite the speed rusher that Ojulari is, but he's better. But he has more moves and versatility as far as with his hand placements.
You think he's just gonna be a nice matchup with us then, man?
Absolutely. To me, everything that we wanted Lorenzo Carter to be, he's that plus more.
I wouldn't say plus more because I think Carter might be a little bit better in the run and in coverage.
Yeah. In terms of just as a pure pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we again perfect mock draft in the first 3 rounds. Smith, Wyatt Davis, and Rashad Weaver in the third. As a matter of fact, even though you and I talked about this briefly in the last stream, even though this draft doesn't have that pure dominant pass rusher, there are a lot of really good prospects in between the second and third and maybe even the fourth round in this year's draft. So the quality may not be entirely there, but the quantity is pretty resourceful.
And for edge rushers, one thing that I got to give the group as a whole is that I think the entire edge rushing group this year is very athletic.
Yeah,
like, they're all pretty athletic dudes, you know. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and in a way, it kind of fits for us because, a lot of these other pass rushers are more 4-3 defensive end guys, and we need just pure speed off the edge.
I wouldn't say necessarily pure speed, but we do need somebody that has agility because they need to be able to, somewhat cover a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, CJ, let me get your last thought before I pop you on, man.
It's just that, again, thanks, man. Thank you for having me on. I'm going to try to be on yours and KB's channel for the draft, and just two more days, guys.
Just 2 more days, man. Well, are you going to be wearing any Giants merch draft night, man?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be wearing my Daniel Jones jersey.
Oh, bet. I didn't even know you had a DJ jersey. That's what's up.
Absolutely, man.
Oh, bet. I bet. All right, CJ, thank you for calling in, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you have a good one, Hub. Peace out.
Peace. Next up, we got Jaden the Champ. He is here. What up, man?
What to do? Y'all can hear me? We good?
We can hear you.
Hey, yo, what we doing at 11? And what we doing?
Well, what I want to do, personally, is Waddle or Smith. But what are you doing?
Waddle, Parsons.
Okay. We got a lot of Parsons people on here tonight. I expect Miz, because Miz been Parsons for a minute. Mike, when Mike called on, Mike is gone now. I think he headed out. Mike, he said he switched over to Parsons as well. You know what I'm saying? We got a good amount of Parsons people out here, man.
Personally, look, I wouldn't mind Waddle because, look, Shepard is not going to be here. And if Darius Slayton don't improve as the wide receiver too, he's going to be out also. That's why I'll take Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
But we could go either way.
So why are you taking Parsons? Well, let me hear your reasons for Parsons.
For Parsons, because look, he's that Super Bowl pick at linebacker, because he's that perfect linebacker right next to Blake Martinez. Because Patrick Graham.
You have a different view from what Mike was saying. Mike was saying he's going to be like our edge rusher. You're saying he's going to be our actual middle linebacker.
Because I think he could be the second linebacker next to Blake Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
Because with Patrick Graham, he loves his defensive players.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the scheme we run with the 3-4, he fits perfect in that scheme.
I kind of disagree, and you know why I disagree. I think that maybe he can a year or two down the line, but right away I don't see it, man. How do you see it right away?
Nah, I don't see it right away. I see, but maybe next year, maybe. But this year it's gonna be like a test.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for Waddle, I wouldn't mind having Jalen Waddle because Daniel Jones won't have no more excuses. Because I know some people want Daniel Jones to do good. I do also. But his pocket awareness has to be up there. If not, we're not going to win that many games. I'm going to tell you right now. And what you think, Hub?
Real quick, I want to say shout out to Max Webster for tuning in. Thank you, man. He has to be out now. Peace out, Max. He got work in 4.5 hours. So you were saying, what was the question again?
Oh, yeah, I said... Oh, damn. I forgot myself. This is what happens when the draft is coming up. You usually forget.
Oh, the thoughts just running through your mind like that, bro?
Yeah, because the draft was here, so... Because, look, everybody already got their thoughts out that I already had in my mind, but they already spoke about it.
Yeah. I mean, you got another question then?
Yeah. Because I remember a few days ago, we had this long debate. Who would you rather start your team with, Calvin Johnson or Barry Sanders?
2 Detroit Lions. So I got to build around this person, right? That's an interesting question. Giving me 2 Hall of Famers. But at the same time, in my opinion, you're not exactly giving me 2 great pieces to build around.
And the thing is, they both retired in their proms.
I don't know. I'm not. Listen, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying Saquon is Barry. All right, I'm not saying that. He is Barry-esque, and I feel like we've been trying to build around Saquon, right? And I feel like it's not starting to pay off because you don't build around a running back. You build around a quarterback, which is why I was like, you gave me 2 Hall of Famers, but not necessarily 2 candidates that I'd want to build around. So because I feel like we've seen something similar to that, similar to building around Barry, I'm going to say let me build around Megatron a little bit.
Yeah, Megatron, because, like, he was like that Randy Moss. He could just go up and go get it.
But I will reiterate, you got to build around a QB, man.
Yeah, I know. You'll always got to build around your quarterback. If not, your team ain't going to go anywhere. It was this other question we had. It was Joe Montana or Logan. What was that other wide receiver we said? Who would you rather build it around with?
You said Joe Montana's a wide receiver?
No. Because we had that other debate with Joe Montana. No. It was Peyton Manning and Adrian Peterson.
Between Peyton Manning and Adrian Peterson?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, no question.
Yep.
Not even a debate for me, at least.
Oh yeah, Joe Montana or Walter Payton.
I would still go Joe Montana. You gave me Peyton Manning and who'd you give me as the second choice? Somebody that's not a quarterback, that's not Peyton Manning. I wouldn't Peyton Manning. Even with Joe Montana versus Walter Payton, I'm still gonna go Joe Montana.
That's a fact. Listen, do not be like Loka from earlier. Pick a Greg. No.
Pick a what?
Because remember Loka said Greg to like troll us?
Oh, yeah, nah, bro. We're not taking Greg Rousseau at 11, man.
We're not doing that over here. And also, King Joel, we want fishing videos.
Listen, bro. Joel needs to take up. He got the whole back room. He got the fishing rods. Pretty sure he got some nets hung up there. You know what I'm saying? He got the little bells, when you set up and you kick back and the bell like rings when there's some on the line. He got a bunch of lines back there, man. He got the whole back was like darkened and blacked out. All right. Because he wasn't trying to show us the goods. You know why he wasn't trying to show us the goods? Because he's starting up that fishing channel. He's like, you got to tune in to see the goods. You got to tune in to see the method. You got to tune in to see how, there's a method to the madness, how this man fishes, bro.
Okay, so I think it's going to be like some type of TV show with Joel. The first episode of like showing the fish and all that. I think the next episode actually going fishing. Then the third episode is going to be cooking the fish. Mm-hmm. And the fourth, showing the fish on stream. And also, look, if the draft, right, if the Giants draft like a nobody in the draft, how y'all going to react? Is it going to be a rant or y'all throwing headphones?
I don't know, but I usually don't have strong, angry reactions. So I don't know.
You don't?
I don't think I've ever had a strong, angry reaction.
Are we going to get one this year?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on Thursday. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm not a guy that usually. I mean, I have strong reactions, yes, but I don't have strong angry ones. I don't think I've ever been particularly angry at a Giants pick, ever. But yeah. What's the last question, though, Jaden?
If the Giants do not have a winning season, how are you going to react? Are you going to be okay with it, or are you going to be real mad about it? Like, we should be like a 10-17.
Bro, listen, you asking some questions tonight. I don't know, because it's going to depend on the situation. How do we get into a non-winning season? Because it's a 17-game season, so that means we won 8 games or less, right? So how did we get into that situation winning 8 games or less? Was it a bunch of injuries, or was the team fully healthy? You know what I'm saying? Did the offense stink again despite more weapons and like Jason Garrett somehow, messed up the job? It's going to depend on what happened, right? Like, I don't know, man. I'm going to have to wait and see.
Bobby Murphy is hilarious. Draft O-line, you dummies.
Bobby Murphy is probably the best Eagles fan I know because he always in it, man. Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah. Guess what? If we beat the Eagles twice, we're going to be smoking that Philadelphia Eagles pack. That's what we're gonna be doing.
Exactly. Jay, let me get your last thought before you pop out, bro.
Everybody sub to the hub. If not, you getting RKO. You already know how the story goes. And sub to the chant.
This man got the bars as he's dipping, man. I like it. Peace out. Thank you for calling in, man. Next up, we got Rob from the Rant Sports. Rob, how you doing, bro?
What's up, Hub? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Do you have like extra lighting or something tonight? You looking extra bright.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. I didn't do anything different. Maybe it's just the lights are shining on the draft, man. It's finally here. I'm so excited. I don't really. There's nothing wrong that we can do unless it's Rousseau. But man, I'm so excited. I just receiver, lineman, Parsons, doesn't matter. I want the pick to be here so we can freaking talk about it and just do all the film possible on that one player. Because I'm sick of mock drafts, even though I just did one myself.
Are you still Quiddy Pay at 11?
No, I'm Vera Tucker now. That's my guy.
Talk about it. That's definitely a jump right there. What happened? How'd you get to Vera Tucker?
He's, in my opinion, the best guard in this draft, and I feel like that's the last piece we need on this line. I love Thomas. I love Matt Parrott. Nick Gates, I believe. Although I do think Miz has a good point. If we took like a true center, we can shift him over. But I think Gates proved enough last year that he can stay at center. I think Hernandez could potentially shift over to right guard. He might be more successful there. And Vera Tucker has, to me, and what a lot of the scouts are saying and watching his film, he looks like he can play so much better at left guard at the NFL level than he would as a tackle. So that's just my opinion from what I've seen. I'm sure people could disagree. Some people think he's a reach, but I mean, we could, trade down and still get him. But I really like what I saw from Vera Tucker's tape.
When did you get convinced about him? Like at what point?
Oh, man, I think it was just, I can't remember exactly what game it was, but he was doing, like, I watched him both at tackle and guard because he played both at college, and it was just like he was doing everything that you need from a guard. We're going to be a run first team, even with the weapons that we got. We're going to rely on Saquon. He's very good at run blocking. He can definitely use some improvement in the pass blocking department, but that's probably where shifting him inside can help him out a little bit. And I feel like him and Thomas on the left side can be just really, really fierce. However, if we went receiver or defense, I would not be upset with it.
So let's say we go with your guys. The same thing I've asked everybody that called in. Let's say we go with your guy in Tucker at 11. Where or who are you looking at for 42?
If he's there, Jalen Phillips. I hoping other teams will be like, oh, he's got injury concerns. We're not going to take him. And if he's there at 42, I believe the Giants are going to scoop him up. He's got the talent. He showed he was healthy last year. He actually filled in for Rousseau, which was interesting to me because Rousseau opted out, right? If I'm not mistaken. And he was really good. He proved that he came back healthy, which, he had some scary injuries, wrists and ankles and concussions, and he looked really good. So if he's there at 42, you take him.
Let's say he isn't, though, because he might not be.
Right. Oh man, see I'm trying to think of who was available when I did my mock, and I can't remember exactly. I don't think Owe's going to be there. Maybe you try going linebacker or maybe even receiver at that point. Maybe why am I drawing a blank?
Oh yes, thank you for bringing this back up, Lamar. I completely forgot, man. Listen, Eric Flowers is back in the division, y'all.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick.
Eric Flowers is back in the division. Miami gave Washington Eric Flowers back. I don't know why Washington took him back. I don't care that he plays better at guard. This man's gonna get massacred by us, bro.
They gave him away, and they got picks. They got multiple picks back, and Washington's gonna be paying, I think, like $10 million a year, right?
I don't know what it is, but they're paying some of the contract.
I'm happy to see him back in the NFC East.
Eric, welcome back to the East, Eric. How you doing, man?
I completely forgot that happened. That actually
you know what surprised me, bro?
The draft.
I was on Twitter, my guy, and for some reason, Washington fans were actually really happy to get Flowers back. I'm like, was he that? Like, I know he was better at guard, but it's Eric Flowers. I would love Eric Flowers to be my opposing offensive lineman, man.
Oh yeah, and if our defense is as good as we think it's going to be, it's going to be fun getting back at him for all the nonsense he gave us being our left tackle. That was, we talk about a bust. That unfortunately was a major draft bust. I could not believe it.
And shout out to Saquon for giving us the updated contract. He said Washington's paying $3 million and Dolphins are paying $6 million.
Well, that's not too bad then. They needed an offensive lineman, and they only gave about a 7th round pick, I believe.
That's still too much, but yeah, it is what it is.
Man. Okay. So I had a question for you, and I completely forgot about it because of Eric Flowers.
Oh, no.
See,
I'm assuming it was draft related.
Yes.
Draft related. That's all I could do to jog your memory, man.
Right. Do you think I have Chaz Surratt going us in the 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that he'll be there? I'm still torn on. I know you just talked about it a couple of callers ago. I one part of me is like he should be gone by there. Another part of me is like he could be there. I think he'd be a steal in the 3rd round.
He should be. Okay. He should go either in the 2nd or 3rd. But like you brought up with the last caller, and I was saying, for some reason, he's been slipping in like the very, very recent days, recent weeks, right? I hope that's going to be weird. A smokescreen for a player, if that makes any sense. I hope that's just like last-minute draft jitters type of thing. It's not really accurate. But he has been slipping on a lot of draft boards, which I don't really know why. Should go into 2nd or 3rd. If he's there for the Giants at the 3rd, that is just like you thinking. I'm thinking that's a steal as well, man. Yeah, but I don't know, right? Like, it's like his draft range all of a sudden became big.
Right, and it's weird because I always saw him as like a potential 2nd round guy, and now we're seeing him on a lot of these different draft sites, his ranking falling, and like you said, he's falling in a lot of mocks, and I can't really understand why because he shifted over to linebacker after 2 years at quarterback, and he looked like a pro over there.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he was playing linebacker. All 4 years of college. Like the guy was just a tackling machine. He stuffed the run. He was decent in pass coverage. I don't get why he's slipping. But if he fell to us in the 3rd, I would certainly not be complaining.
Mm-hmm. So then to get back to your mock then, right? If you go AVT in the 1st, wait, did you even say who would you go in the 2nd other than Phillips?
No, there was a receiver's name who I completely drew a blank on.
Joseph, no, that's all the callers for tonight because I got Rob here, then I got Spitzy, then Rick, then shout out to Big Pack Sports Talk, and then Ash Money pop back in. I'm gonna have him close out the night. But yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Was it? I think it might have been Rondell Moore was the guy.
With the injury concerns, you're taking a chance as well?
I mean, we've taken chances in free agency. We've spent big money on guys who've had the injuries with Golladay and Jackson, and I think you're. In the 2nd and 3rd, you're even though they're important picks, you can still kind of take those risks a little bit.
Shout out to Jay. Thank you for tuning in, man. He's got to go. But yeah, go ahead. No, like my thinking is, I agree with you. We did take risks, which isn't normal for the Giants, right? But we did take risks on guys we would, a little bit of not necessarily injury history, but they're not available all the time in free agency. So why don't you want to maybe take a little bit of more of a surer thing in terms of availability in the draft?
Yeah, that's definitely true. There's a bunch of guys that could potentially fall in the 2nd round. I mean, obviously none of the big if you don't take a big receiver, I hearing a lot of the rumors. I feel like we're going to go receiver at 11 because it just seems like one of those guys, whether it's Waddle or Smith, are going to fall to 11 because I think with this Miami trade, they don't have an offensive lineman. And they do have the 18th pick, so what if they try to move back up to potentially get one? So there's always that option. We don't know what Atlanta's doing. They could trade back. They can go Pitts. They can, like Miz said, maybe take the quarterback. So there's so much uncertainty that one of those guys could be there. And I think the Giants, they said they want to get as much playmakers as possible. And if Smith or Waddle are on the board, I mean, you can't really pass that up. Even if Vera Tucker is there, which he should be at 11, I think you have to go with the receiver in that regard. If you really want Jones to have as much weapons as possible, you really can't surround him with a better cast than what they're going to give him.
Rob, just for time's sake, I'm going to have to ask you to close it down now, man. Thank you for the call, bro. Any last thoughts?
Subscribe to the Hub. If you want to check out my channel, go ahead. A little shameless plug, and let's go Giants, man. Let's get ready for this draft. I can't wait.
100%. As you can see in the background, Yankees as well. The Giants, he's wearing it. And the worst team that he's not wearing or showing, thank God, the Nets. Have a good one, Rob.
Hey, we clinched the playoff spot. Have a good one, Up.
Next up, we got Spitzy. I'm assuming this is Evan Spitzberg. What up, man? You were muted.
Sorry about that. How you doing?
There you go. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. This is my first time calling in, so pretty excited.
You've always been in the chat too, man. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, sure. So, about the draft, like I think we might get Parsons, Smith, or maybe Slater. I don't think like Sewell or Pitts or Chase are gonna fall.
So say again who you think are gonna be there at 11?
I think it's gonna be Smith, Parsons, Slater, and that's probably our top 3.
So you do think Slater? I think Slater out of those that you listed might be the guy that goes top 10, but you're saying he slips to us.
I think so.
If all 3 of them are there, which would be some type of dream scenario, who are you taking?
I would probably take Devontae Smith because we need to know if Daniel Jones is the guy for next year and years beyond that. And
real quick, shout out to the Jamar Chase account in there as well as Jon Snow and Zion. Thank you guys for tuning in. So you're taking Smith. That means you're taking a chance on an O-line developing, what is it that motivates you to take Smith? Is it you saying I'm confident in the O-line, or you saying I'm just confident in Smith?
I think I'm confident in Smith. I think he fits our scheme, and I think Jason Garrett will use him in a ton of ways, and he's very versatile too. So he'll be used in different ways, and it can really benefit our offense to have like a different wide receiver. Like Kenny Golladay is a 50-50 guy, and he's a separator. And I think it would be a nice fit.
I gotta say, man, you got a lot of faith in Jason Garrett if he's not gonna mess up Devontae Smith, bro.
I think Jason Garrett, I think he's a smart coordinator. He's not a great head coach, but I think he's a smart coordinator. And last year we didn't really have anything that he could do. And we didn't
you know what? You are right in that case. Our weapons weren't exactly helping us out.
Yep. So that's really all I got. But thanks for having me on.
Oh, that's it? All right. You know what? I got a question for you. What are the banners you got in the back?
Oh, that's for when I went to Cooperstown, New York for a baseball tournament. So that's from there. And then the Yankees 27 World Series because I'm a Yankees fan. And then Derek Jeter is also my favorite player, so that's why he's also on my wall.
Pretty cool banners, man. You got any Giants merch?
Yeah, I have some jerseys and some stickers.
What's your favorite jersey?
Probably Eli.
Gotta respect the Eli, man. Who's your favorite player currently on the Giants?
I would say Saquon.
Hey, that's me too. And then just because you said Saquon was your offensive guy, who's your favorite defensive guy?
Wow, that's tough.
Because we got a good amount of defensive. You could go Leo if you want. You could go James if you want. You could go Blake. You could go somebody else. McKinney, Logan.
I think probably Dexter Lawrence. I think he's very underrated.
Big sexy Dexy. If there's any member in the chat right now, spam the Dexter Lawrence emoji that you get when you become a member. But hey, man, that's really all the questions I have for you. You sure you don't got anything else for me, Spitzy?
Who do you think we're gonna draft?
I think that we are gonna get a receiver. I for some reason I do. I personally want Waddle more, but I would be fine between Waddle or Smith. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, we also have interest in Waddle too, so he's a possibility if he's there.
Mm-hmm. But hey, man, Spitzy, thank you for calling in, man. Hey, nice, short, and sweet, bro. Have a good one, bro.
You too, Hub.
And next up, we got Big Pat Sports Talk. What up, Pat? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
Why you look tired?
I actually pretty am tired. I've been working all day.
I hear you. I hear you on that one, bro.
I got a scenario for you, though. The more I look at this, I'm hoping the New England Patriots can trade up with the Lions to get their pick.
Was that a little bit inspired by David's draft that he had earlier?
Yeah, a little bit, but I've been hearing rumors that the Patriots want to trade up for a quarterback. So look at this scenario here. This could be absolutely awesome. You know the Jaguars, Jets, and 49ers are taking a quarterback, right?
Jaguars, Jets, Niners. Okay.
The Falcons. What if they take Pitts or draft the quarterback from the Buckeyes?
Fields?
Justin Fields. Say if they take Justin Fields because they're interested in him as well. Say the Bengals, instead of drafting Jamar Chase, they take Sewell. There's reports that the Dolphins love Waddle more than Chase.
I saw somebody was putting that in the chat earlier. I didn't get to look at the reports. What do you think about them?
I believe that is true because Waddle fits their offense better than Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Say the Patriots traded up with the Lions. That's the Patriots pick now. They take a quarterback. They take Mac Jones. That's the only reason why they would trade up is to take a quarterback. And they like Mike Jones or Justin Fields.
He said Mike Jones. Who?
Mac Jones, I mean. The Panthers. Say if the Falcons took Fields, I think the Panthers take Pitts.
So where's your trade happening?
That's what I'm saying. The Patriots traded up with the Lions. The Patriots got the 7th pick, and they took a quarterback, Mac Jones.
Okay.
The Panthers, Pitts is there. They take Pitts. The Broncos say they love Micah Parsons, which is they're one of the teams that do like Micah Parsons. And if he's still on that board, I believe they take him. The Cowboys are either taking Slater or Patrick Surtain.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves Smith or Chase at 11 for us. That's a great scenario for the Eagles and us. And that can very well happen. I'm hoping the Patriots trade up with I want them to trade with the Lions because Chase doesn't get past the Lions. But if the Patriots trade up with the Lions and get their pick and take a quarterback, that's 5 quarterbacks going in the top 10.
Which is a lot.
Right.
That's an NFL record, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. So that gives us a chance to get Chase at 11. I've been thinking about that ever since the rumors been going around. And I do know for a fact Jalen Waddle fits Miami's offense better than Jamar Chase.
I agree with you, but I'm going to say this. I'm stubborn. All right. Y'all know I've been saying this. I even got a couple bets on it. But I am stubborn. Until I see 5 quarterbacks going in the first 10 picks, I ain't saying 5 quarterbacks. Well, that's a lot of quarterbacks, Pat. It hasn't happened for a reason so far. You really think 5 quarterbacks could go in the top 10?
Yes, because the first 3 are quarterbacks, hands down.
The first 3 quarterbacks.
The first 3 teams are quarterbacks. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence. The boy from BYU is either going to be Trey Lance or Mac Jones or Justin Fields here at the 49ers. The Falcons are interested in the quarterback. If they don't take a quarterback, I think they're taking Pitts. Either way, that still works. I think the Bengals are going offensive lineman. I think they're going Penny Sewell if the Falcons don't take them. The Dolphins, Jalen Waddle makes more sense to them than Jamar Chase. He just does.
Let's talk no trades. Is there still 5 quarterbacks going in the top 10?
1, 2, 3. No. 4. Maybe
the 4th one being Lance.
Yeah, the 4th one being Lance, and he may go to the Broncos, and that's a maybe. If there's no trade, there's only 3 going.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a trade. There's a chance 5 quarterbacks go.
I would have to, like I said, I'm gonna have to see it to believe it. I admit I'm a bit stubborn on that, but it's like that's a lot of quarterbacks, man. And shout out to Danny Thomas for the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. He says, "What up, Hub? I say we pick Parsons, Slater, or a wideout. What's up with the situation on PTA Sports earlier? Go over to PTA Sports. You know what I'm saying? Inquire him. You know, ask him. I'm really not trying to bring that over to my channel. You know what I'm saying?
Sports?
That's Pest.
What happened with Pest?
Like I said, I'm not trying to bring it over to my channel. You know what I'm saying? My channel, I try to run a little bit of a tight ship. But to answer your first part of your question, Parsons, Slater, wideout, I agree with you. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Pat was saying as well. That's kind of what everybody's saying right now. It's going to be.
I believe it's down between Smith and Parsons. Ojulari. I believe it's between those three. I think they go Smith because he solidifies the offense. But I'm telling you, shout out to Ash Money Ray. He did tell me this. That can actually happen, man. If the Patriots trade up in the first round, and what the Dolphins feel is true, if they love Waddle more than Chase, that man can actually fall to us at 11. Because
I just want to say real quick, y'all chill on Bobby in the chat, man. He's an Eagles fan. I get it. He's an Eagles fan, but he just joking around. He's an Eagles fan. He's good people. Let's leave it at that. He good people. He be trolling, but he good people. I'm sorry, Pat, but I see them just goddamn getting on Bobby. Go ahead there, Pat.
But yeah, when you really think about it, the first 3 picks are quarterbacks. That's already a lot. The Falcons, I believe they're going quarterback or Pitts. Either way, that's still good. Long as they don't take Penny Sewell, that's good. Because if they take Penny Sewell, the Bengals are automatically taking Chase. I don't see them reaching for Slater. But the Falcons take a quarterback or Pitts. Bengals are taking Sewell. I believe the Dolphins love Waddle more than Jamar Chase. And it wouldn't be a bad pick at all. It would actually be the smart thing to do. If those doggone Patriots find a way to trade up with the Lions, you know they're taking a quarterback. Even if the Falcons don't take a quarterback, the Broncos are still going to take a quarterback. Either they're going DB or a quarterback. And if they take Patrick Surtain, that means the Cowboys will take Slater. Or if they take a quarterback, that means the Cowboys will take a Patrick Surtain.
So either way, you're just seeing us ending up with Smith.
Either Smith, Chase, Waddle, Parsons, or Ojulari. Is either going to be receiver, Ojulari,
You literally
or
just said all 3 top receivers.
Yeah. There's a chance that 2 of those receivers are going to be right there. At 11.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's a chance that 2 of them is going to be there, but you said
And the only reason why I'm saying Chase is because that shakes up a lot if those doggone Patriots trade up with the Lions, which they're trying to do. Because the only teams I see taking Chase are the Lions, the Bengals, or the Panthers. That would take.
I don't even think the Panthers might take him.
Yeah, I think
it might be Lions or Bengals.
There's about the only 2. I'll throw the Panthers in there just in case Pitts is gone, and they'll just grab. He's just too good to pass up. But other than that, the Broncos are not taking him. The Cowboys are not taking him. The top 3 are taking quarterbacks. The Falcons aren't taking them. So really, between 5 and 7 is where Chase might go. But if he doesn't go between 5 and 7, I believe he's a Giant.
I'd be jumping for joy if we get Jamar Chase on Thursday, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'm
busting out the Johnny Walker live on stream if we get Jamar Chase, bro.
Right. That doggone evil emperor over there in the league gets his way and gets
Patriots
up to
about to make
7.
an evil empire comeback, man.
Right. If he gets up to number 7, which he wants, he's taking a quarterback. There'll be at least 4 to 5 quarterbacks taken in the first 10 picks. That dude drops to us.
For the sake of time, I'm going to have to ask you to get your last thoughts out, man. But you're going to be on Ash Money stream tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be on Ash Money stream tomorrow. I believe it's at 8.
Yeah. So yeah, we could continue there anyway. The chat already knows about it. Check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, Man, all I can say is, man, subscribe to the hub. Come over to Welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Subscribe over there. Thank y'all for letting me hit my goal of 300 before the draft. I'm actually
congrats.
I'm actually getting close to around about 330. It's around about 3. If I get to 350, cool. If I get to 350, we getting chased. That's all I'm saying.
Speak it into existence.
But I am speaking it into existence, but that can happen, man. I was glad I heard that. If them boys get in there to number 7, I promise you, Chase is falling to us, man. And we're going to throw a party over here.
All right, Big Fat. Have a good one, man.
Right.
I like it.
Have a good one, man.
Next up, we got the second to last person to come on tonight. It is Rick. What up, Rick? How you doing, man? I know you've been winning, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
So what's up, bro? We tune out to
win. I got something special for you. You're not ready for this. Well, like you are, but like check it out. I have 11 fill in the blank draft questions for you, rapid fire. You ready for this?
Okay.
All right. You ready for this? All right, here we go. The one guy I'm convinced will be a bust is.
Damn, Gregory Rousseau.
Okay. People don't talk enough about who?
Azeez Ojulari.
Right on. The one guy I don't want the Giants to go up against in the division is who?
So you mean like somebody at our division rival drafts?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Jamar Chase.
Okay. When it's all said and done, the best wide receiver from this class will be
Jamar Chase, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. We will draft blank offensive linemen this year. How many?
Oh. That's a good one. It's either 1 or 2. It's either 1 or 2. It's 1 or 2. I don't know. I can't give one answer. I'm going to say 1 or 2.
At least 1, though, right?
Yeah, at least 1.
Okay. Which team, so blank, will have a hard time messing up their draft? You can name a couple teams.
Patriots, because of how good their offseason was.
15?
They draft 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Patriots is one that's going to have a hard time. Buccaneers, because they're probably the most complete team in football right now. So Patriots, Bucks. I want to say Bills. Bills as well. And Dolphins, because Dolphins have a lot of picks, man. Yeah, I'll give you those 4.
Okay.
And I just realized I named like 3 AFC East teams.
Yeah. So that you think the Jets could – okay. I think the Jets will mess it up. But anyway, the likelihood we, the Giants, trade down from 11 is blank %.
30%.
30%?
I'm gonna say a solid 30%. Yeah.
That's kind of high.
Is it? I could
30%?
lower it to like 25 or something.
I think it's pretty slim.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me, though. But you're the hub, so that's what we're rolling with. The one pick I want for the Giants, but I know we don't need, is who?
I want, but I know we don't need. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let me go Najee Harris. I don't think we need Najee Harris, but it'd be amazing if we could have Najee and Saquon together.
Okay. All right, so the next 3 they're more like they're not really draft related. They're more Giants related. Daniel Jones's dream pick would be who? If you're Daniel Jones.
If I'm Daniel Jones, my dream pick would be Penei Sewell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm trying not to get knocked down.
Dream receiver, sub-question.
Sub-question, dream receiver. I mean, I've answered this for all the receiver questions, Jamar Chase, but you know what? I'll change it and I'll say Jalen Waddle, who is my favorite receiver in the draft. And there's a difference between who I think my favorite is and who I think the best is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, this one, there's a couple fill in the blanks right here, all right? Daniel Jones in 2021 will throw blank TDs, blank interceptions, have blank fumbles, and have blank rushing yards.
So all right, so
touchdowns.
He'll throw at least 25 touchdowns. He'll throw 10 or less interceptions. What was the
10
next
or
thing?
less.
Yeah, 10 or less. What's the next thing? What was after ints?
Oh, the third one was fumbles. How many fumbles will he have?
He'll have 10 or less fumbles. What's the next one?
The last one is rushing yards.
Oh.
He had like, I think he had like 400 something this year.
I think
he
he's
only
gonna
played
have
14 games.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have something around that again. I think he's gonna have 400 to 500 rushing yards probably again.
Okay. All right, last question. The breakout player of the year for the Giants in 2021 will be who?
I got a couple candidates right now.
Let's hear all of them.
Lorenzo Carter, because I feel like he didn't complete his breakout year last year. I feel like he could still do it.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier McKinney, depending on how we're going to be running those safety sets. I have so much hope for McKinney, man. You know what I'm saying? This was a guy that was supposed to go in the first round.
Yeah.
Who else? Breakout year. Let me go to the offensive side.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say, I guess Daniel Jones is a candidate for obvious reasons, right? He should be a candidate for obvious reasons. Another guy that's a candidate, he technically hasn't broken out yet, right? Even though he's low-key a veteran. Let's go Sterling Shepard.
Okay, what about, this is mine. I'm hoping Matt Peart.
That's one we would all love if Matt Peart breaks out.
Right? That'd be sick.
Talking about securing that side of the line.
That's 11. Great job, man.
Hey, thank you, man. I like the interesting questions, bro. That was very creative.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Anything else?
Sub to the hub. What are you doing?
Hey, thank you, Rick. I appreciate it, man. Have a good one, bro.
Peace, bro.
Oh, and Joseph said hi. Joseph Balby.
Hey, what up, Joseph?
And next up, the last caller of the night. It's Ash Money Records. What up, Ash? How you doing?
What's popping? Brand new whip. Just come on, bro.
What happened?
You didn't get the the song was popping.
I heard what's popping, and then I heard
this.
Nah,
and I didn't say hopping. Come on, man. But
bad, bro.
Is Big Pat still in here? I told you, yo. I told you. I said that's his day one. It's a real likely scenario that Jamar Chase is going to be there. I'm not saying that he will be there. All right, so let's not get our hopes up, but it's a chance. Big Pat really hit like all the nails on the head for me. But I guess I'll just answer the basic question. I want either Parsons, Waddle, or Smith at 11.
Parsons, Waddle, or Smith at 11. All right. And I think all three of them could be there. All three of them could 100% be there. I don't know. Who do you like the best out of the three, man?
It's so crazy to me because it's like we could be lethal if we had Parsons on the defense, and we could be lethal if we had Waddle on the offense. Like to have a receiver that could take off the top like that. People would say John Ross, but I'm not. This is a proven.
Even if John Ross could stay healthy, he still has to learn how to catch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not really, like, oh my gosh, John Ross. If we had Jalen Waddle, that will be, special. But in terms of value and in terms of, what I would want, I would have to go number 1, Parsons, 2, Waddle, and then 3, Smith. Just because I like Waddle. I went back between Smith and Waddle. I like Smith more as a receiver, but for this offense, I like Waddle better because of, like I said, the ability. We don't really have that guy that can take the top off the defense and could still play make, better than other than Kenny Golladay.
And what made you put Parsons as in front of both of them?
Because I just feel like if he was on this defense, we would have so many blitz packages that we could draw up with everybody on this front 7, including including Jabril Peppers as well. And I could see we could take a receiver in round 2, but if Parsons isn't there, then I'm going Waddle. I'm just going Waddle or Smith, People clown me, on Big Pat stream yesterday. I'm sure I just popped in a couple minutes ago, so I don't know what everybody was talking about, but you basically had like this whole conversation, this whole debate, argument about who would you rather have? I don't even know why this was a debate, either like Deshaun or Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was, me and Big Pat were literally about to have a heart attack because it was like, if Daniel Jones doesn't perform like he's supposed to this year, he's like average or still having the same problems. Would you give up 2 first-round picks in Saquon for Deshaun if like all the stuff is clear with like allegations? And there were some people saying no. Some people were saying no. So me and Big Pat were really like just arguing. My dog is going crazy on his phone, so I'm sorry if you hear any noise. But
Ash, you about to have a heart attack. I'm saying no. I'm just drafting another quarterback if Daniel Jones doesn't work out.
Over Deshaun?
I'm drafting another quarterback.
An unproven quarterback.
Yes. What's our cap space? What's our cap space looking like in the next couple of years?
I don't know. I'm not a big cap.
There you go. There you go. There's your answer.
But still, we could get rid of some of those contracts though.
So then at that point, you're talking about getting rid of like the best players on our team because those are who have the contracts.
I could see getting rid of, like, let's say we take Parsons this year. I could see us, trading or getting rid of Blake.
If you say get rid of Blake, oh my God, they're not even the same type of player, bro.
Okay, but we could mold
Blake
him
is
into
our
that
Mike.
player, though.
Parsons is not going to be a Mike.
You know what? We could talk about this tomorrow.
Okay.
But I had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I probably already know your question. But let's say if we take Parsons in round 1, where would you go round 2?
If I take Parsons round 1, round 2, I'm looking at receiver. Round 3, I'm looking at like a big guard, probably a guy like Cleveland.
Okay, we agree on that. Now in terms of receiver, who do you think for sure will be there in round 2?
It's a good thing that you added in the phrase "for sure," because I'm not sure on if Tony could drop. If he does drop, obviously I want him. But for sure, guys that's gonna be there are guys like the 2 Moores, Eli and Rondo. Guys like De'Ami Brown, he's gonna be there. Amon-Ra St. Brown as well is gonna be there. Although his stock has kind of dropped a little bit, I think he's just a good all-round receiver. Like those are some guys that are for sure gonna be there.
And Big Pat kind of, he kind of got hit this on the head, but when I came in earlier, I was going to mention this first to you, but some stuff was happening on my phone and I was out. But there's reports coming out that Miami likes Waddle over Chase, and I don't know why. Well, I guess he fits his scheme. Maybe I have to do some research on that, but I guess he fits their offense more. I don't really pay attention to Miami like that, but
he would fit their offense more. But what's going to come down to ultimately is, do you want the best overall player at that position, or do you want the best overall fit at that position? That's what it's going to come down to for Miami.
Here's my thing. I think it's possible that, let's say Atlanta goes Pitts and Cincinnati goes Swole. I think it's possible that Miami could go Parsons. I really think it's possible they could go Parsons.
I wouldn't rule it out, but I'll say this: I haven't thought about it
because I've been thinking about this. I'm like, if Belichick likes Parsons, right, and if Judge likes Parsons, why wouldn't Brian Flores like Parsons? Like, literally, let's just think about this. Outside of Christian Wilkerson and maybe Jerome Baker, they don't really have that player or that star on their front 7, right? And so I'm just like, you traded up from 12 to 6, and you have a second first-round pick. You have a second first-round pick at 18. So why would you? I don't think they trade up for a receiver, right? When you could get somebody like Rashad Bateman or Kadarius Toney at 18.
Well, they don't probably want that guy at 18.
Or Well, and then like it's not like they're complete garbage in the receiving core either. Like they have, they signed Will Fuller. You know, Devontae Parker does have some injury concerns, but I think they still have Preston Williams, don't they? Like these receivers,
yeah.
And there was somebody else, I think Albert Wilson, that was making plays for them too. Like literally, when I go back and I watch Miami, as little as I do, I see like the receivers making plays. So I'm just like, would you really trade up for a receiver? And then I don't know what Eric Flowers was doing. Like, you know, I don't know if Eric Flowers was starting for them at guard, but I feel like they could also take Slater as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my thing is like I know I see a lot of mocks saying that they'll take Jamar Chase. I just don't buy it. And then, you know, if Detroit does something dumb like Detroit could take Parsons because you know how their coach is.
I wouldn't necessarily say it would be dumb if Detroit takes Parsons.
No, I'm not saying like it's dumb. I'm saying like it'll be dumb. Like let's say they trade to pick something dumb other than, you know, taking Chase. Like let's say they pick another receiver over Chase or something like that. You know, like something Detroit, like their coach was like, he wants to bite the kneecaps off of players. I think Micah Parsons is the perfect player to do that for you. So, I mean, let's say they do that. In Carolina, you know, I don't think they'll take Chase. So it's right now, it's like a 40% chance he's there. 40% chance, you know, but that's what I'm saying. Like draft night, it's going to be a fun one.
Tell me this right now. Who are they taking draft night?
Who are the Giants taking?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with my gut because when we had these rumors, like for like the past 2 years, they wanted up to be true. Like literally the week of, like last year, you had the week of, you're talking about getting Daniel Jones. Then before that, they had Saquon. So I'm going to go Devontae Smith.
Peace out, Joseph. And Devontae Smith, the two most popular names tonight have been Devontae Smith and Micah Parsons.
And literally, he's all over. Literally, every time he gets interviewed, he's being asked about New York. And he literally.
By the way, you saw the Instagram live where Xavier McKinney in the chat, Devontae Smith interview, and Xavier's like, "Yo, come to Big Blue." And then another comment he said was, "You see all these Giants fans in here, man."
Yeah,
Xavier. I mean, they played together at Bama. I love it.
And don't kill me for this, but I went to work at 12 p.m. today, so I was watching First Take because I just didn't have anything to watch. And Devontae Smith was on there, and literally, like Molly Karam asked him about how would he like being playing in New York, and he literally like had this cheese on his face and wasn't saying anything at all. Like he was like,
"Bro, listen,
like
listen. If we take Devontae, I'm happy. You know how happy I am. I'm I said if Jamar Chase slips to us, I'm busting out the Johnny Walker. I'm busting out the Johnny Walker for any of the
if
one.
Jamar
the
Chase
1 to 3
speaks to us,
wide receivers,
if Jamar Chase falls to us, I will upload a video of me doing the gritty on Twitter. I will,
bro. Listen, Smith. People forget I love Smith just because I say Waddle's my favorite. Don't forget now, I had us taking Smith all the way back on January 17th. You know what I'm saying? On my first mock. I'd love if this man comes to us.
Smith he's just a nice receiver, and people like to mention his size, and I'm just like, this dude creates separation. He's the best route runner in the draft. Yeah, he keeps
separation too.
When he gets the ball and he has steps on you, you're not going to be able to catch him. And for people that are like, you can find somebody in later rounds that's going to match that productivity. Listen, no, you're not.
I don't think anybody's saying that.
I've had some people like on Twitter say that to me.
Okay, well, you on Twitter? What do you gonna expect?
Oh yeah, and
Twitter be giving you cancer, bro.
Yeah, and I'm just like, if he has some steps on you, you're not gonna catch him. Like, and there's been so many skinny receivers that have survived in the NFL, and when his weight came out, I think it was like 166. People were just flipping out, and I'm just like, bro, you're acting like he's gonna be at 166 for his whole like career.
I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, like he's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna lie. He catches a post over the middle and gets hit. I will hold my breath.
I will cringe a little bit, but I think he's gonna be fine.
He's gonna get back up, go back to the line, score some touchdowns. Him, even he could take the top off the defense as well. It's just Waddle will be able to do it more because he's faster. So, I'll be fine with anything. I think we'll draft Devontae Smith, but I wouldn't be mad if we go Parsons. I wouldn't be mad if we go Waddle. I mean, of course I wouldn't be mad, even though I don't want us to go guard. Because let's be honest, if we take Rashawn Slater, he's playing guard. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'd be kind of disappointed, but I wouldn't be mad.
And Ash Money, I gotta close it out though. Let me get your last thought before we close it out.
Yeah, like Rick said, if you're not sub to the hub, the heck are you doing, man? I will be live tomorrow, 8 p.m. On my channel. Hub, I know you got Young Guns, so I know you'll be in there.
I'm gonna pop in for like at least 30 minutes, sometime between 8 and 9:30, and then I'm gonna head back over to Young Guns.
Yeah, so I'll have Hub on there for a little bit. Miz will be there the whole time. Zion, Diggy will be there. Big Pat, and towards the end of the stream, we'll have some call-ins as well. So it should be fun. Hub, thank you for having me on. I'll see you tomorrow.
No problem, man. Thank you for calling in, Ash Money, guys. As you heard, go over there tomorrow, check it out, and don't forget to tune into the Young Guns podcast tomorrow as well. It's gonna be episode 50-something. Wait a minute, is it 50-something or 40-some? I think we might have hit the 50th episode of Young Guns, and I did not celebrate it. It is what it is. We hit 81 likes as well. Thank you guys. 6 people currently watching. You guys are amazing. You guys are great. The stream was popping. The channel would not be where it is without you, the subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. Draft is 2 days away, and I'm out.